Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Geez, I cannot buy a winner at the moment, but anyway, the horses are racing right up to their best. Through the week, Blowing, geez, I thought he had every chance. He got on the back of the winner and chased it, and I just thought his last 20 or 30 metres was plain. Whether that's just the 5.5 weeks between runs, sort of seen him out at that sort of really high standard, but he's bounced through the race, and I don't know, I might have a crack at a decent race with him, because I think he doesn't have to improve a real lot to be really competitive against those horses. So anyway, we'll have a look and see what's around. We tried a little trick with Come Along Jeffrey to make sure we led on him. We held our ground. He probably got pested a little bit, as we said last week, we'll try and give a good kick and kick off the corner and see how we go. And 30 to 1, and he just got caught in the last little stride, but he's obviously going all right, Jeffrey, and you would think there's a win pretty close to around the corner for him. Little Miss Gutser, funny sort of horse. We've tried a few different things with her, but at the end of the day, she takes 2 or 3 runs to come up. So she was okay the other day. She wasn't, beat, I don't know, length and a half or something, but yeah, just a funny horse. We tried training her really fresh and taking the races. We tried trialling her up, and just doesn't make any difference. She just needs to go to the races and get a run or two under her belt. So not sure where we'll go with her next week, but I'm sure there'll be something, probably go to midweek at Sandown or something. The Spezia goes to Moonee Valley on Saturday. Look, her last 2 runs have been really strong. She's just been that 2 lengths short of it. So interesting race. We've gone back to the claim with her. She gets in with 54 kilos, and the hardest to beat in the race of all carrying around about the 60. So she gets a stone pulling them in weight. We'll kick her out and sort of try and be as handy as we can. She's just been sort of landing that 1 pair too far back. So hopefully right down the weights in a couple of runs over the 1.25 miles, we can spend a bit of petrol early and get to a really prominent spot and have a roll of the dice there. But she seems to be going well. She looks fantastic. So that'll be La Spezia at the Valley on Saturday. Big Diamond Loop goes to Casterton Sunday. Just got caught in the last hop the other day. I wouldn't think this race is going to be any stronger. If he draws half a gate, he'll bounce and sit outside the leader. And he drew wide the other day and had to spend a bit of petrol to sort of get to a good spot. So if he can draw half a gate, gives him every chance. Even they forecast a bit of rain over the weekend, and a bit of rain won't hurt this horse, that's for sure. So he'll get his chance again. That's Diamond Luke at Casterton on Sunday. Sandown Wednesday, Belmia will kick off her prep. Giving her a couple of solid trials. Just tried a few things with her to try and get her to get out of the gates better, and it just hasn't worked. So we're just going to have to take our medicine. We know that she's going to be slow to begin. So instead of running her maybe over 1200 on a short track, we're going to take her to a nice big track like Sandown Hillside, run her in the 1300 first up, let her find her feet and have her really strong late. But she's galloping up like a rocket. She's going really well, but she just won't come out of the gates. She just interesting. She just sort of steps out of the barriers. She doesn't jump. Most horses sort of they stand in the barriers, and when they jump, they sort of sink their bum and they drive off their back legs. Where she just doesn't do it. Her first step's just a step off the mark. But she's a really healthy sort of horse. She's galloping great. She's just starting to come through in her coat. I'd say she's probably a month off peaking. So we'll take her to the races on Wednesday and kick off her prep. That's Belmia at Sandown Wednesday. Big Zippity Zoustar, we'll probably take him back to Sandown Wednesday. It's a nice 1800 metre race. He's had 2 runs over the mile now. Go up to the 1800, should suit us down to the ground. Big track like Sandown's going to suit him. He was really good there the other day. Probably go forward on him and either sit outside the leader or take up the running. So it'd be lovely to sort of draw a nice gate, but he'll have a nice solid gallop Saturday morning. I expect him to work good, and then head back to Sandown on Wednesday for Zippity Zoustar.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse called Just Bolts. He's a 3-year-old gelding by Winning Rupert out of They Call Me Bolt. I've raced a few of the progeny over the years and they've won races for us, so hopefully this guy can do the same. He's big, strong, powerful type, as you can probably see. You'll start to probably give me a handful here in a minute, but he's always been that way since he was a foal, and he's always just sort of grown and strength and matured and developed into that, big sort of hind quarter horse, so big sort of sprinting type. So he, and that's certainly the way he gallops here at the farm. He's always sort of got plenty of power and strength about him. So he gave him a trial at the other day at Colac. Jack Hill come and gave him a jump out, and he sort of was wrapped with the way his feel and the speed he showed. He sort of knocked up a little bit late just on that heavy 10 track uphill. So we'll give him another jump out here at the farm. That'll tighten him up, bring his coat on a bit more, and then we'll give him a real solid hit out. Trial in a couple of weeks, and then hopefully after that he's ready to go to the races. But a few of the boys from Omo's, including my little brother Darby, he races this horse, and they're sort of pretty up and about him, as we are this weekend with our grand final. So yeah, take on Barwon Heads, sort of, you know, it's been pretty even over the year with them. We knocked off Torquay, knocked off the little brother last week, so that was always good. But bring on this week, and hopefully, like this bloke's namesake, Just Bolts. Hopefully, we can just bolt away with the grand final this week.
My name's John Davey. We've got Regina, who hopefully will be running her first prep for Jamie coming up in the end of spring, start of summer. So look out for her. Okay, I'm this week's stable tipster, trying to clean up after big jobs from last week, see how we go. Back me in at your own peril. I've got a few that I've picked that are up against a couple of good horses, so give it a run. I like race 5 at the Valley. Number 3, Brave Mead, to take on Stapati. I think if the big lump can't run around the Valley, might get one over him with Brave Mead. So that's race 5, number 3. I also like Rose Hill, race 7, number 1 for Tannhauser. There's a good horse that ran in the Winter Carnival in Brisbane for J-Max. So not a bad horse, returning $19 and 5 the place. So get on that as a long shot if you can. All right.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. A couple of good chances this week, I think. Big Diamond Luke will be pretty hard to beat. You would think he's always competitive in that sort of grade. Spezia hasn't been far away from him, and the 2 going to town on Wednesday, both of those horses you'd expect to be good chances. So just need a bit of luck. Can't put a head in front at the moment, but the horses are all racing really well, and they're certainly running to their price or better. Just one thing, I've just been told by the Geelong Thoroughbred Club, the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong, that they've got a couple of, still got a couple of spare spots on the Geelong Cup luncheon. So just on Geelong Cup Day, I think it's about $225 or something, and it's in the rimfire room. It's probably the best room on the racecourse, and I'd reckon you probably struggle to get a better value than $225 for Geelong Cup. So if you want to come to that, I reckon there's a table still available there. So probably a really good chance if someone wants to come to Geelong Cup and spend the day with us, more than welcome. So yeah, just probably just send Janet a message or something, or text me or something, and we'll see if we can find room. Until next week, see you later.
So this week's horse is a horse called Just Bolts. Had a few of the younger brothers, or sorry, start again. Younger brothers, older brothers. I'll say yeah.
Righto. Oh, he's having a crap.
It's going well. G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's a horse called, I don't get my words out.